All right, good morning, everyone. Tuesday morning of our Business Booster group. You're all looking absolutely lovely this morning, bright and early. Today is going to be really interesting. We have our normal morning call, but then we've also got a motivational self-help kind of speaker talking to us from New York. And I've spoken to this woman and I've watched a lot of her videos and I could sit there and listen to her for hours. She's extremely enthusiastic and she's one of those people that could just talk and talk and talk and off the top of her head say all this absolutely amazing stuff. So she's going to join us in about 20 minutes. Hopefully she can get on okay and we don't have any problems there. I realise that it's sort of getting on a bit in the morning at that time. So just do what you need to do. I'm recording the call so we can always come back and watch it. Having said that, it would be great to have as many people on here as possible for her because I'm hoping that she'll also join us on Thursday morning. Okay, so let's get to today's topics. Right, I'm going to share my screen. And then hopefully I can find what I'm looking for. Okay, day 2. Rightio. So hopefully you've got some benefit out of what we went through yesterday. I think everybody did. I think it was, some people said they'd been kicked up the butt. Some people said that it was a real eye-opener and it made them, you know, sort of cemented in their head what they knew they weren't doing, but it was really great to write it down. So that's good. This is just an extension of what we did yesterday. So yesterday was sort of identifying the goals that we missed or sort of let slip by the wayside. So today will be a little bit more about focusing on new goals and I guess planning a little one that we could reach by the end of the year. So by the end of this week, which is our Business Booster week, how do you want to feel about the next 2 months? So don't write it down what you want to achieve, but write down what you want to feel. It's really important because when you're visualizing reaching a goal, you need to actually feel it as though you've already achieved it. Do you want to feel like a weight has been lifted because you're more organized and focused? Do you want to feel like you've achieved a goal? Do you want to feel successful? Whatever it is, write that down. Do you want to be more motivated and inspired to achieve amazing things over the next 2 months, so before the end of the year? Do you want to feel more positive about your business? It can be absolutely anything. So sit down, really think about it. You can have 15 if you want. You don't just have to have one. But keep them, you know, realistic, because if you look back on this, you know, Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, and you think, yeah, I actually feel like that now, then that's going to really pump you up for the rest of the year, next year. So this page here is obviously for you to write down those feelings, so you can print these out and go for it. Okay, so a short-term plan. Last night we spoke about setting a goal to strive before Christmas. So write down that goal and the steps that you're going to take to achieve it. How are you going to reward yourself? And what you should do, and what I'm going to do, is print this out, obviously, write it down, and then pin it up in front of where I work. So I've always got that goal in front of me. So, you know, if maybe I've done a phone call and then I've got a pop-up Facebook message, I'm just going to think, okay, am I going to check Facebook? Because no doubtedly it would make me waste half an hour easy. Or am I going to keep my eye on the prize and, you know, keep working towards my goal? So I'm going to keep that visible at all times. And this, again, can be anything. This can really just be getting more organised or writing a schedule. I've got mine up here. I don't know if you can see that at the moment. That's my weekly schedule. And I do my best to stick to that. And it's proving extremely, it's proving like a really good plan. So knowledge. This is another important question to ask yourself. Is there a particular topic that you feel would help you succeed if you knew more about it? how can you learn more about it before the end of the year so you have that knowledge going into the new year? I know with our businesses, and we can get really carried away with learning a lot of things, and sometimes it takes away from the actions, but we always have to be improving our knowledge as well. So we should always be reading, even if it's 5 pages a day, 5 pages a week, whatever it is. We should always be learning and reading on the topics that we need to know more about. So that could be network marketing, it could be building relationships, it could be how to speak to people, it could be internet marketing, could absolutely anything. So what do you think you could benefit from knowing more about? And write that down. And then how are you going to learn more about it? Are you just going to get a book, or are you going to ring a mentor and say, can we have a coffee? I'd really like to learn more about how you did this and that. Write a plan and then complete that plan by the end of the year so that you can go into 2017 knowing something or more about something that you don't already know. All right, some of these might be a little bit of a repeat of yesterday, but they're important. So what particular actions did you lack this year, resulting in some of your goals not being achieved? So an obvious one of those could have been having a plan. It could have been not making enough calls. So write a plan of action so you do these actions now and in the new year so your goals become reality. So last night we did talk a little bit about how important it is to have a goal, but also how important it is to write down the steps of how you're going to reach that goal, or you're kind of just floating around doing this and that, but not actually having an action plan. So what actions are you going to do? How often you're going to do them? And how are you going to keep a record? So I popped up my, what I call my calls record. I popped that up in the group last night, and I think I popped that up as a Word document. So feel free to modify it to suit you and add extra information, whatever you want to do. Print them out and go for it. It's good to keep a record and then to look back and see sort of how many calls you were making and what you were doing 6 months ago versus now, because we all know the work that we did months ago is going to benefit us in the future. Okay, so there you go. You can write your plan there. Okay, so what goal can you still achieve in what remains of 2016? So we spoke about this last night. What steps are you going to take to do this? Can you use the actions and strategies that worked for you before? And how are you going to celebrate or reward yourself? So we've talked about this a lot. I think this is, you guys get this now. Keep it simple, keep it small. If you're Pearl, you're not going to then make Sapphire Elite by the end of the year. So, need to make it realistic as well, and absolutely go for it. Okay, so today's challenges. Yes, we are doing more videos. I feel that is such an important marketing tool going forward with today's technology. And some of you feel, I guess, quite nervous and uncomfortable about doing those. So really get into the videos. The more you do, the more comfortable you'll feel. I was pretty nervous. My first ever video was done at the Noosa Leadership Retreat, not last year, the year before. And Stevie Baker actually made me do it. So I was sitting next to him and he said, have you done videos? And of course I said, no, I'm too nervous. So he stole my phone and basically we did one right there. So he always boasts that he popped my video cherry. But it was really good because from that day forward, I just did them and I really wasn't that nervous. And as I said, they don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do 15 takes. Just do it, pop it up, and then forget about it until people comment. And then you need to go back and engage with those people. It's really important as well. So post a video to our group, our Business Booster group, or your personal Facebook page. Can be either, depends on how brave you're feeling. It can be both if you like. And outline 3 gifts or benefits you feel the network marketing industry has given you. So it can be absolutely anything. It could be more confidence. It could be finance. It could be organizational skills. It could be meeting people. It could be absolutely anything. So have a real deep think about that and just do a video and say, look, we've been challenged to do a video today in our Business Booster group, and I really feel that the industry has given me such and such benefits. And that's all. That's all you have to say. So if you can't post on your personal Facebook page, post in the group. And again, we can have some really good interaction with those. Again, I was blown away by everybody's videos yesterday. You should all be very, very proud of yourselves, especially for you first timers or if you haven't done a lot of it before. But I felt that was a really good activity, and it sort of makes us get to know you a little bit more. So it was really great. Make your way through the worksheets today again. We'll discuss them tonight in our evening call. And again, some of the week's content will reflect this discussion and feedback. Make 5 new phone calls or more today, offering your product or opportunity. So just because we say make 5 new calls doesn't mean you can't make more. You can definitely make more. Again, don't be attached to the outcome, and remember to do your follow-ups as well. And today I've got a little bit of a visualization task here. So I want you to sit in a quiet place, uninterrupted if that's possible, and sit there and just imagine it's December 23rd. You've achieved every single goal that you set out to achieve for this year. And I just want you to sit there and imagine how that would feel, how you're going to celebrate that. And what you need to do is keep that visualization going from today onwards, and it will help keep you focused in 2017. So, at the end of this week, we're going to make some goals focused around next year and what we want to achieve next year. So, to sit there and visualize us actually achieving those goals, I think for me, it really promotes motivation in me. It gets me really pumped up. I sit there and I think about how proud my husband would be of me, how proud I'd be of myself, and how much of a better situation myself and my family would be in financially, and about all the new people I've helped and all the new people I've met. So I sit there and I try and feel that feeling and how much benefit it would give to me and others if I actually succeed in those goals. And it does give me a real boost. So, and that's why it's important to do it sort of first thing in the morning and last thing at night, but definitely first thing in the morning. For those of you who weren't on the last Business Booster, you can have a look at the Miracle Morning. There's a book, but there's also a website, and just an absolutely brilliant way to start your day. You've got visualization, you've got some silence, you've got scribing or journaling. What else have we got? Exercise, reflection, so it's a really great way to start the day if you can get some peace and quiet, because it's really important to do that sort of uninterrupted. All right, again, go out there and be awesome today, which I know you will be. Again, I want you to be on tonight's call proud of yourself because of what you achieved today. And again, there's our affirmations, and I posted these up in the group yesterday as well as a document. So you'll be able to see those. So feel free to print those out and pop them up and say them to yourself every day. All right, so I'm going to come back to Zoom now. Stop sharing. Awesome. That's okay, Drew. I'm going to help you out today. And hopefully we will save goal and make it as your screensaver. Yeah, that's an awesome idea. I love that idea. I've currently got, what have I got? I don't know. I think it's Fiji as my screensaver. But yeah, I mean, even if you write them down and pop them up there on your screensaver, what a great idea. Okay, okay, no more chat, that's all right. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just wait for Clary. Actually, what I might do is share my screen with you again and just hop in and show you a bit about her. If my internet will work.
Hey, Amber.
Hey.
Hey, just while you're trying to find that, I just wanted to remind everybody, in case people didn't see the Canva's new live video from yesterday about the new market and distributing, opening up through some of the UAE. So there's some new information up there because they've just opened up another 6 countries for product postage.
Awesome. Wasn't there some kind of deal with Dubai? Like, was it a real good buy-in at the moment?
I didn't see, well, they've just released the Zen products there.
Right.
They've dropped the pickup fee when people want to pick up.
Yeah.
I think they do have, but he didn't announce it on the live video, but they've just started in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, Jordan, and Egypt.
Yeah, wow. That's awesome, isn't it?
So is that on the page or?
Well, I posted, because I was talking with Beck yesterday, I posted it up in the Freedom page, and then I think Aaron then went and posted it later on in the day in J Fire Stars. But yeah, this was a live feed through Canva's personal page.
Perfect. Thanks for that.
No worries.
My internet certainly doesn't like mornings.
Everyone must be on. Can I ask, while you're trying to get in, just in because I saw the question, I think you were asking Katrina beforehand, just around India and reduced membership or something. I'm not familiar with anything on that market, but does what I'm saying make any sense? And do you have any answers on that?
At the moment, it's $29.95 sign up, but when the products get released into the Indian market, it's apparently, I thought it was going to be a minimal, but apparently when the products are released in India, it will be free sign up. That's what we've been advised anyway.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you can sign them up under Christmas Island for $29.95.
Okay. So with the and that's when the product's being released. So that's with the target date of April. Still.
Yes. End of April.
Yeah. So if they're signing up now under Christmas Island, then all they're doing is they're coming in as a member, not necessarily buying a product or a sign-up pack. Is that right? Or what's the?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't actually buy.
So then there's no point
at the moment.
Can they get them in through a Dubai address though, and be personal users? I think
they can.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to distribute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's,
I'm going to take this bag with me, but I'll take it.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. What is that? Oh, dear. Okay, my internet's not going to allow me to My internet's not going to allow me to have a look at that video. So I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes for... Oh, Clary's here. Clary, hello. How are you?
I didn't want to interrupt. You guys look like you were doing some stuff there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Welcome. We've
awesome.
This morning we've gone.
Hello. I'm Clary.
So
I'm not sure. Did you do it?
In talking about goal setting and that kind of thing, and so and then we were stalking your Facebook page to have a look at some of your videos, but my internet is just it doesn't like mornings. In the evenings it's better, so unfortunately we couldn't get on to listen to some of your awesome content, but you're here, so we don't need to worry about that now.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Clary Arcella, and I am a life coach and motivational speaker. I do these events all the time. I was just with Beachbody coaches last week or 2 weeks ago, so this is fun. Anything that you guys have a question about after I talk, whatever you guys want to learn about, please feel free. I am doing free coaching sessions, but before we begin, just tell me a little bit about the challenges that you guys have been facing when it comes to really completing your goals.
Okay, so
if anybody wants to share.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown. So this is the second business booster that we've held, and the last one I guess was more probably around personal development. This one is definitely around goals. And last night we spoke about our challenge yesterday, which was really just a assessment of where we wanted to be versus where we're actually at this point in the year. And the biggest thing that, the big things that came up were consistency or lack thereof, team support or upline support, accountability, and getting out of our comfort zones as well. So, and I think there's a big, fear there in terms of getting on the phone and getting our opportunity out there. Just being confident about that and being confident within ourselves, I think. So if anybody's got anything else to add, feel free to do that. Unmute yourself and let Clary know.
Yeah, please add. I see Stephanie there. You want to unmute your line? I see you.
Hi, how are you? Great to meet you. Yeah, for me, I think all of what Amber said, but I think one of my biggest things was having the confidence in myself that I could do it. And the whole sort of, I'm not worthy sort of thing, that's subconscious. So I think that's been a big thing for me. That has improved tenfold in the last probably 3 or 4 months, and since I've been working with Amber and these great girls here, and that, obviously addressing that is addressing all the other things as well. But, I still get those doubts as well as a result of the other things like organisation, setting goals, prioritizing, and consistency, I guess. So yeah, that was for me.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to add? Thank you so much, Steph. Anybody else? Well, if we're all good, I guess I'll just jump right into it. I really work from a place where I share not only what I've experienced, but definitely because I have been part of MLMs, I've built up my business, I've done everything I can to help people create and have more in their lives. And what I really want to touch upon today, since it's something that is something that you've had a conversation about, is just creating your own practice of looking within to be able to create from outside of yourself. I mean, we can talk about your comfort zone. We can talk about your accountability. We can talk about every single topic that has to do with you building yourself up and becoming a greater at your program, at your sales. But at the end of the day, it has to be about going into and deciding what you want from your life and if you are worthy of that. Okay, so let's say you have a goal of making $5,000 a month, for example. That's going to take you talking to a certain amount of people. It's going to take you acting a certain way. It's going to take you posting certain things, inviting a certain amount of people to your business. And at the end of the day, we can talk about all the action steps you're going to do, but what about the internal work that you're doing to build yourself to get there? And that's where this month for me, November in particular, is about self-love and the practice of self-love. Now, how many of you guys out there really appreciate yourselves, get a massage, go out of your way to get your nails done, go out of your way to bring a smile to your face, go out of your way to spend some of the money that you've earned? Can anybody share a way that they have done that in the last month? I see Jamie there.
So I had to learn this. I've had a back injury, long story, but it took a while to actually reward myself for what I could do and achieve. So I get 6 weekly head, face, neck, shoulder massages. I've just started getting my nails done again, which I'm really enjoying. But I think my partner too is very good at saying, Jamie, you work your butt off. Go reward yourself with things. So buy that $100 top that you're going to wear once. And, you know, so it's taken 30 years, but I'm getting there.
Oh, well, congratulations. Does anybody else have a success story to share? This is also success, guys. So here's what it is. You guys are going to earn money. You're going to make your business and everything else. But if you want to attract the type of clients that are going to work for you, if you want to create the type of business that you feel very, very good about, very proud of, very happy in, it's all about building your own self to make that happen. All right. So whatever challenges you have, whatever goals you want to set, you're going to have to start from a place where you love yourself enough that these things are going to happen. You know, it doesn't matter if you don't have the confidence now. Do you love yourself enough to ask just one more person about this business, to talk to just one more person, to not care what comes out of your mouth, really? Not in the sense of, you know, evil or wrongdoing, but definitely in the way of, you know, just saying something positive that might really turn a sale around or might really turn a person's heart towards creating something better for their business, you know, creating something better for their life. Your words have value. Your thoughts have value. Yourself, you have value. Are you placing that as highest importance when it comes to your business? Or are you letting your self-doubt, your questioning, your really not understanding that you are also a part of the sale? Your face, your voice, your confidence is a part of it. And showing and appreciating yourself is all about that. So if you see yourself earning $1,000 this month and you don't spend one dime on at least a piece of gum to let yourself know and make it conscious, letting yourself know, this is my reward, this is what I feel good about, this is what I'm working my ass off for, right? If you don't let yourself know or create a self-love practice, then what is it worth making all of this money? What is it worth wasting all of this time, really? Because if you're not loving yourself, it's a waste. You know, if you're not loving what you do, it's a waste. So here I am, and I'm going to speak to you today about my biggest challenge of just being able to appreciate myself, being able to see that there was more to this business than just the next dollar I was going to make in desperate moods, hoping that I make the sale, hoping that the next person will say yes. That's not what this is about. This is about creating your best dream life. And every single person you help along the way, you're helping them. So how selfish is it that you would keep this information to yourself? How selfish is it that you would not help support someone else in building their own business? Because that's what we're here for. We're here to help other people build their business, right? So today, I really want to share that. My journey as a life coach really began 3 years ago when my friend slapped me across the face. And she said, what are you doing? Wasting your time. I was in the music industry and I was just desperate to make anything happen. Still in the music industry, but now it's church oriented. So I'm making Christian music. That's a whole nother story, guys. But anyway, I'm in this place where I was just desperate to make this thing happen. And I didn't have any soulful meaning. It didn't have any connection to who I wanted to be, to who I wanted to create. And when I was sharing any product or anything that I wanted to sell, it didn't come from the heart. It didn't come from a place where I was helping someone else, right? And so that journey of deciding to become a life coach really shifted my perspective about what it is to think about money, how to think about money, what to do with yourself, how to ask people, what you're asking for. Really, when you ask somebody to join your downline or your business, are you asking them so that you make the next dollar, or are you asking them because you know that the product that you sell is going to change their life? That you know that them selling that product is going to change their wealth. You know, and we both know that that is true because it has happened to many of you on this call. You know, you've created a life, a business that you can feel proud of, that you can share with others. And keeping that to yourself, ladies, no more. This is the last day. This is it. You're going to start from scratch, from a place where you're looking inside yourself. You're saying, this is not about me. This is not about what I'm holding back. This is not about what I'm scared of. This is about making that person's life better. This is about looking in the mirror every single day and saying, yeah, I love myself enough and know that this creation of my life is worth making the change. It's worth making this your best dream life and somebody else's. You have so much value. And let's talk about consistency. You really love yourself, you're going to create those patterns of consistency. It's just habit, okay? You really love yourself and you really appreciate the work you're doing. You really know that you're changing people's life. You're going to make those lists, because that's what I do. I have a set the day report, which you can download. I make a list every single morning of the things that I want to feel in the tasks that I want to do. I am amazing. I feel good when I talk to people about my coaching business. I feel good when I get on a call with anyone. I want people to be moved by my words. I want people to be shaken by the power of my thought and what I want to impart onto them, right? You have that power too. It's not just me. I'm just a part of the greater spirit. I'm just speaking, you know, but every single person has a little drop of the spirit inside of them to be able to speak to others' hearts, to be able to open others up. And your consistency allows you, and this is what I've learned from my habits, is that it allows me to develop myself to the point where I was just like, literally, I was eating Popeyes. I don't know if you can see it. And I just jumped on this call. And it's like shifting from this place where, I'm eating, and into this conversation, right into spirit. That's because it's on all the time. You know, you are on all the time. You're on to talk about your business. You're on to talk about how it changed your life. You're on to create. You're on to be who you want to be every single day. And having that lie fed to you that you can't make it, that maybe tomorrow, that maybe it'll happen next week, that's a lie. Those are fictional stories we tell ourselves, hoping that we won't be as great as we can be. But it's not true, because we always end up there anyway, right? You've built your business. Regardless of those negative thoughts, they go away. Suddenly you're able to speak to whoever you want, and you're like, it's no big deal, you know? And that is the bridge we want to cross every single day. So let's talk about your self-love practice. You, Jamie, you've gone out and you've decided to do your nails. You've decided to get a massage, right? This is a beautiful thing. How many others out there on this call today are taking the time to do some self-love practice? And not just the physical, guys, because the physical, it manifests however you want it to manifest, but the actual manifestation in your mind begins. It all begins with how you say your affirmations every morning, what you're telling yourself when you're on a phone call, what you're telling yourself when you're speaking to another on the street about how wonderful your business is. If for one moment a thought crosses your mind, oh, they don't want to hear about this, they don't want to know about this, that is a lie, because you know it's changed your life. You've seen it change other people's lives. So who do you believe? Do you believe the actions and the results, or do you believe this lie in your head? You know, it's time for a self-love rewrite. That's what I'm in the middle of writing that book right now. I'm so excited because I love the whole idea of it, and how you can just rewrite and reframe every single negative thought into a self-love rewrite. How can you love yourself in this moment of fear? How can you pull yourself out of this despair or, you know, this desperation? As an entrepreneur, I'm like totally there, probably 24 hours a day. But guess what? I do it anyway. Doing it afraid, doing it in fear or in lack or whatever it is that you're in, reminding yourself of your power, reminding yourself you are loved. Most importantly, reminding yourself you're loved by you. Like that is the deepest way you can love any other person and yourself. Because if you don't love you, do you really love anyone else? Do you, really love anybody else and really deeply appreciate them? Because you won't be able to stand up for yourself if you don't love yourself. You won't be able to speak your truth to that person and tell them, get your shit together. If you don't love yourself, Sorry for the S word if anybody's out there who doesn't like that. But, we're here to hold each other up, to support each other. This is a wonderful think tank that you guys are in that allows you to express yourselves, allows you to create and be expansive. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of the forms that you're being provided and the things that you're being provided to do. Now let's get out of our comfort zones, right? That was something that you guys brought up. And what is it like being there? Can anyone tell me any time that their comfort zone has stopped them from accomplishing something? I'm sure everybody has a story. You want to go ahead? Go ahead, Jamie. You want to share with us? No.
Sorry, I'm all snotty and teared up and stuff. Your words are speaking to me, so someone else can share.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Oh, now Jamie's got me going. Doesn't take much. I'll share. So, and this is actually very recent. On the weekend, I had a wedding, and I met up with some friends who I haven't seen for a long time from a different part of Australia. And this one girl, said to me, "Oh, Amber, have you got anything that will get rid of my wrinkles?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I gave her one of these, and everyone on the group will know what these are. It's Instantly Ageless, one of our products. And she used it and she loved it, and she's like, I need to buy some of this. How much is it? And rah, 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 and when will I get it? But I never actually said to her, give me your card and I'll pop it through for you. Let's do this. Let's buy it. So I never actually, put it out there and got that sale, because I didn't want her to think I was one of those people. You know what I mean? And of course I'm going to follow her up, but for 3.5 hours on the drive home, I kicked myself for not doing that, because she probably wouldn't have thought that anyway.
Yeah. And 90%, and that's, you touched on the best part of this whole thing, 90% of the time it's in our heads. 99.9% of the time it's in our heads. The story, the thing, the reaction that person has is in our heads. And let me tell you, the way that you can reframe that is by realizing that if that person says yes, then they're for you. God sent them to you. You were sent that person to support. If they say no, it's a no for now, or it's a no forever, but it's not a reflection of you. You did what you know is right? You know that the product you sell works. You know it's helped you and helped other women. You have your own story about the product that you're selling. You have your own experience about the product that you're selling. Why would that person ever doubt, especially if you already have that connection with them? Why would they ever doubt in you? If you have it within yourself, that's a whole nother conversation. And that's where we have this self-love practice where we write our affirmations down every morning. We know what our goals are every day, and they are ever present in our existence because they are a part of us. Once you attached your identity to who you want to be, to who you decide to be every day, you don't have to doubt about what's coming out of your mouth, especially to a person who needs your help, especially to a person who you can give your card to or receive your card from. That moment right there is the moment where you need that self-love talk, where it's like, no, what I got to say is important. What I have to do is important. What I believe in, I believe in. And it is true that this wrinkle is going to help this wonderful lady because it's helped me, or it's helped my friend, or it's helped that woman that I sold it to last month, and these small steps. I mean, it's easy for me to tell you, no big deal for me to tell you like, oh, just believe in yourself and do this. I'm telling you the steps, okay? You got to write down your affirmations. You got to keep them present in your life. You got to have people around you like we have in this group that confirm that belief, okay? You have to have that belief inside you from the moment that you open your mouth about the product that you're selling, that this is how I feel about what I'm selling. And I know it's going to help somebody. I know that this person needs it, you know, and that feeling of discomfort when it comes to sales is just from those other salespeople that you've met. For example, we have this huge thing going on with Wells Fargo here in my country, and it's like everybody's blowing up about it because it came from the wrong place, that sale, right? Came from a place where the company wanted to make money as opposed to support people's needs. And you have to look at it on a bigger scale where it's like, that's that person. I know me. I know I'm here to create a better life for myself and the people in my downline and for the people that are coming into my business. And I know that what I'm doing is right. You know, as opposed to, if you really don't believe in what you're selling, I can't help you. You know, you got to believe in what you sell. You got to believe that it's helped people. And if you have evidence of it, don't doubt. Don't give time for doubt. Don't give time for self-hatred or you know, not forgiving yourself because this or the other didn't work for one person who happened to be a complainer who's not your perfect customer. You know? I don't know if you've gotten into creating lists of the type of people that you'd like to attract into your business, but I'd always recommend that as your number one way to tell if that person is really in it for the right reasons and is really in it to support you. So be ready, because all of these things are going to come out when you're ready to level up and to have your business be your life. You know, when I started 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and I was just desperate to figure out what was my purpose, what can I do, how can I change my life? And all of a sudden, life coaching just taught me to slow down. Slow down, develop what you need to develop inside, because it will reflect in your outside. You know, it's no coincidence that me and Amber started chatting and like creating this relationship where it brought me to the rest of you. You know, it's no coincidence that the world is set up in such a way where we are able to create our own businesses and have the life that we desire. You do not get a second opportunity at this, so make it the best one now, right? Make it the best opportunity now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So today, when we're done with this call, contact 10 people that you would think never interested in it, right? Never interested in it, and just push out there outside of who you feel you can be. Because a feeling is just a feeling. Truth is that you've talked to people and you've sold this product. Truth is that you've helped people. Truth is that you can change lives. That's truth. Lies will always come up in your mind about who you are and about the product that you sell and about the things that you're doing. Meanwhile, there's all this evidence to the contrary. And we just choose to believe the opposite. We choose to believe that we're not worthy. We choose to believe that we can't. We choose to believe that this person won't appreciate it or won't like it. You know, if you know somebody's irate and won't be interested in your product, of course you won't talk to them. But if you've never just spoken to somebody in your life, how do you know that what you have to offer isn't what they need today? How do you know that one conversation can't change life? You just don't. So give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Give yourself some self-love. Write down your affirmations. Write down what you need to do to create your best life. And most importantly, once you've established that this is your business, because you just got to agree now, like everybody agree now that this is the path to your riches. This is the path to your best life. This is the path to creating, right? That's the first agreement. Then after that, we're going to talk and really enrich ourselves from the inside. I'm not talking we as me and you. You are going to talk to yourself. You are going to change the dialogue. You are going to go inside and decide that this is the conversation you need to be having every time you sell, with your affirmations, with the way that you approach people, with the way that you think about yourself, right? So if you have this well-developed conversation inside of yourself of self-love, of appreciation, of self-forgiveness, then the creation comes in, then manifestation comes in, right? Then the rest of it comes to you. Nothing comes because you didn't wish it on this planet. All right. Now, everybody out there, do you guys have a list of the reasons why you're doing this? Like, does anybody have a list of their reasons why they are building this business?
So I think we all have our whys,
Good.
which I think is generally the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. What would be your why, Amber?
My why is, okay, we'll tell you a little story. Initially, my why was, for my family, for an adventurous life. So I really wanted to give my kids a really adventurous young life. You know, I'd take them out of school and we'd travel and we'd do this and we'd do that. And, you know, just to not have to stress about finances. And then I did a course with an Australian woman, and some of the others have done this as well. And it's finding your deeper why. And I found my deeper why, and it was purely for my independence. So, you know, that family reason is still there, but the reason behind that reason is because I was in an abusive relationship in the past. So, and I had no money, I had no freedom, I had no independence, I had no control. And for me, it's really more about that. So God forbid if anything ever happened to my husband, who is the most amazing man ever, you know, I can look after myself and my kids, and I can still continue to give them that adventurous life that I wouldn't be able to if I was solely reliant on him.
Yeah.
That's probably oversharing. I don't often do that.
Definitely not. Don't beat yourself. Now you're telling me you're oversharing? No, that's not this conversation. Most importantly, it gives me such good insight. Now that you have your why, now that you have yourself created and a vision of what you want for your life, with your husband, with your family, with everyone included, you're able to go from there and build, right? And now, does everybody have the list of goals that go under your why? Like the house you want to live in, the life you want to have, the lifestyle you want to have, the list of things that you'd like to acquire, the list of things that you'd like to experience, you know? And for me, I have my own vision board, and I wish I could go upstairs and show you, but it's upstairs. I'll take a picture later. And it's just, you're able to really picture where you want to be. On my vision board, it has the type of relationships I want, has the type of faith relationship I want, has the type of experiences that I want to have. I have Rome, and I have Rome there, and I can't remember what other country I visited. Ireland there, and I'm saying, like, all these pictures, and I've actually already gone to Italy last year after I posted that on my board, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, you know, these visionary things, the things that help you just to see where you want to be with your business, are the things that are going to keep you motivated. And when you're questioning yourself and when you're doubting yourself, you just got to go back to it. Go back to your vision boards. Go back to your why. Go back to what you are doing. What am I doing here? You're here to help support so many amazing people. And I am so grateful that I am able to help you see that. So hopefully, speaking today, you guys were able to see, you know, my passion for this work. Do you guys have any questions at all? No? Maybe?
I just really want to thank you for your time for coming on. I think that was absolutely fantastic. Not one person has left this call, even though it's morning here and, you know, we have things to do. So I think, like I've said it before, I could listen to you for hours, and you just have a natural way, and you can really tell your passion. So thank you. And I'll shut up and let somebody else speak if they would like to.
Yes, please share. Do you want to unmute your line?
Go for it, Drew.
Hey, Clary.
Hey.
I'm Drew
Hi,
from
Drew.
Malaysia. How are you? So great to meet you. Yeah, it was just really great to meet you and hear a little bit more about what your journey is, and kind of reinforcing what we all need to do ourselves. And I think going back to the vision board and going back to the why is something we talk about a lot. But it's always great to get another perspective, and really appreciate having the opportunity to hear you today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Drew. Does anybody else want to share any questions that you have?
I think Steph had her hand up before. Are you there, Steph? Steph.
Oh, I'm just, yeah. Yeah, hi. I'm just about to set off in the car, but one of my things, and I think I've mentioned this to Amber before, I get a bit of a block when I feel, again, I think it's part of this not worthy. So an example was one of the top income earner in Australia. I've never actually introduced myself to him yet. And we're talking about Lyndon. And then the other night, I had a great opportunity when he was down at an event to introduce myself again. And I don't know, I've got this thing of, he's not going to want to talk to me. Why would he want to talk to me? And, you know, I know this guy's in the same, you know, he's in the business. He's always open to helping people. And I felt that before when I was at the conference that we were at as well, just going up and introducing myself to people I didn't know or people I felt that were more successful than me. I just get a real block. And that's, for me, that is something that, you know, I'm not getting out of my comfort zone, and I need to really get over that. I don't know if anyone else has ever felt that way.
Yeah. Yes. I can definitely say that I felt the same way. And something that's really helped me, at least a mantra that I use to help myself when that comes up, is that I'm appreciated and loved wherever I go. Everyone wants to speak to me. Everyone wants to hear my voice. I am loved no matter what. These are the types of things that you can work on in terms of writing them down, even before you go to a conference, before you go to speak to anyone, you know, and reminding yourself of your value. Because our minds, like I always write in my articles and say, our minds have a propensity, have a habit of just going back to survivor mode. And survivor mode is very independent, very solitude oriented, very scary, like everybody's against me. And, you know, and that is my natural state, is being shy. I'm actually an introvert. Like, I can sit here in silence for hours and read books and watch TV. But I know that I have a message in my heart. And you, Stephanie, have a message in your heart that you've got to share. You've got to share this product. You've got to share your vision of what you want for your business and life. You know, and you deserve to have that happen for you and have yourself be able to speak to whomever it is that can help you create that life. All right? So if you want to speak more on it, Steph, you can just reach out to me and we can talk one-on-one. But that's really been what's helped me. I had insufferable shyness when I was younger, and it was very much hindering me from the jobs that I wanted, from the careers that I wanted, from the experiences that I wanted, and just realizing that every single person, all the people that I meet, every person I meet wants to know me. You know, and anybody not in line with that is not a person I want in my life anyway. You know, anybody not in line with wanting to know this wonderful person that I am, that I believe myself to be, doesn't need to be in my life, doesn't need to be a part of this experience. And I'm only calling in the ones that want it. So, you know, like, start with your mantras, start with writing down how you want to feel about the people around you, about the things that you want to do. If you have any questions, guys, I have hundreds of articles on that, or we could talk one-on-one. Anybody else have a question?
Can someone post your links in the group so we can follow you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let me see if I can put it on the chat for you.
Awesome.
I'll just put my Facebook.com/. All right, that's where you guys can go ahead and follow me, and from there is like Instagram posts and everything else is all linked up in there. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, personal message me. And I was just so grateful that I was invited to speak to you guys, and I hope I helped you. You know I moved at least one of you, so I hope I moved you all.
I think I speak for everyone when I say it was absolutely brilliant, and I do hope you'll join us again later this week, because I think you're just brilliant to listen to, and I'm glad that our paths crossed and we got to chatting. So thank you so much again. I'll let you get back to, what were those things you were eating?
Oh, I was eating Popeyes. I just got, because I was at a meeting like less than an hour ago. I was like, I gotta get to the phone.
I think Drew's saying she loves Popeyes.
Oh, so good.
I miss some Popeyes. I miss Popeyes.
Well, have some for you too, Drew.
Thank you.
Thank you again so much, Clary, for coming on.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Thanks for extending the call today, and have an awesome day. Go out there and be awesome. I'll post this call up in the group as soon as it uploads, and I'll talk to everybody tonight. Clary, we will talk to you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
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 See you. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too.
A good one, guys. That was amazing. Thank you, Amber. That was truly amazing.
How good was that? That was amazing. It was.
Really great. Thanks, Amber.
I'm going to start crying again, so I'm going, bye.
Don't do that because then I will. Thanks for getting up so early, Drew.
Hey, oh gosh, glad to. Sorry, it took me a little bit to get rolling, but let's connect if we can about the video. I can't get it posted.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it for
Thanks.
you. I haven't even watched it
Okay.
yet, to be honest, but I'll watch it as soon as I can, as soon as I get the kids off to school, and then I'll see what I can do because it's really strange. Maybe you need to get it. New phone time.
I know. I'll jump on the desktop today and see if I can get it loaded. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.